Is that you can connect your Shield to our Geforce Now service. You'll be able to connect to Steam, Uplay, Fortnite, and play the games you own. So you get access to multiplayer, achievements, cloud saves, literally the games you own. And that means you're going to be playing games like Fortnite, Rainbow Six Siege, Overwatch, PUBG. You'll be playing it on your Shield. And it works amazingly well, and I think when people try it, they're going to see that it's, they're going to get these high-quality PC games streamed from a Geforce GTX 1080 in the cloud right on their Shield and on their TV.
So, I got a few questions, bro. So, once again, it's the one and only HipHopGamer Hot 97, Logitech G. Damn! That's all you can say right now is damn. Yo, bro. So, first question, and this is more of something that, because you got competitors out there. So, when you think of Liquid Sky, because Liquid Sky is out there, and even PlayStation Now and stuff like that, this technology, period, is phenomenal. I've used it, it's phenomenal. But what does NVIDIA, what are y'all trying to bring to this technology that may be different from how everybody else is tackling it?
Well, the biggest thing for us is, number one, we build the GPUs, so we know how to make them amazingly fast. We can reduce latency, we can render them faster, we can render them look better. So we know the technology. We've actually been, one of the guys in NVIDIA I know that started working on this started on it 10 years ago. Really focused, yeah. So he's one of our chief architects. He's been working on it for 10 years to get it right. So number one is we understand the way the technology works, so we can deliver, we believe, the best experience. Number two, we're focused on bringing as many games as we can to people out there. Today we've got 200 million, let's call it 200 million Geforce users out there. Right. There's probably 1 billion people out there that want to be gamers that can't be gamers. As we talked about, their laptop isn't that good because that's all they can afford. They're a Mac user. They have a business laptop. Their company doesn't let them have a better laptop. So whatever reason, they want to be a gamer, but they can't do it. And so our strategy is making it convenient for people to get it. Right? We want you to be able to download and play a game in less than a minute. Right? Download on our server, start streaming it. You're playing the game in less than a minute, and really it's about convenience. I mean, you think about all the services out there like Netflix transform the people watch movies, right? You think about Spotify transform the way people listen to music. Well, we want to really transform the way people play games and say, you've got that time you want to play a game. You don't want to spend 30 minutes an hour downloading and installing and getting ready. You just want to get in it and go. So
absolutely.
So I have a question. What is the required download they have to have on their side?
We only require 15 megabits per second to get started. We can stream at 720p. We'd recommend 25. That way you can get up to 1080p. But certainly the more the better. And the great thing about, I'd say, the internet is that, I don't know about you, but every year, Time Warner and Spectrum have upgraded my internet. I've never had a year where they decided, you know what, we gave you 100 megabit last year, we're going to take it away this year. They're always making it better and faster, and they're always finding ways to, hopefully lower my prices too.
Yeah, we're getting game if you're in LA.
There you go. So yeah, you really don't have much to complain about.
Yeah, really.
I got files, bro. So I'm lit. So trust me. So my next question is, and this is more from a business model standpoint. Everything is subscription based now. That's where we're going. So what's some of the things that y'all looking to do to help keep people be able to get involved, to be able to experience this? Because I think that's the difference maker, right? You know what I mean? You got console, you got all this other stuff out here. So from an entry level standpoint, what's your plan?
Well, the best thing about our plan right now is it's free, 100% from us. So we launched it free last year. We've been in a free beta for almost a year now. We'll probably be in a free beta for the remainder of the year. After that, we really haven't announced any future plans about what the price will be, what the model will be. I can tell you that we do like the idea of a monthly service fee, but I would be completely wrong if I said we figured it out. I don't think we have an answer yet of what it's going to be. But we like the idea of a monthly subscription. We think it makes sense because people sort of then understand what it's going to cost. There's no surprises. You know your Netflix bill is going to be $10 a month. You know it, right? You kind of know what your cell phone's going to be. There's no variability, and people feel a little comfortable in signing up for a service.
That would be cool if you guys did a partnership with Netflix or something like that, where if you already have Netflix, you get
even
Geforce Now for free.
That's what T-Mobile does now. They partner with Netflix. Hey,
exactly. Yo, come on, man, that'd be crazy.
It would be nice, yeah.
That would be dope. So now, let me ask you.
Go ask Netflix and see what they say.
I know, right? They should be here.
T-Mobile said it.
T-Mobile is here. Like, I don't know. So now my thing is like, now another question is when it comes to like the bells and whistles of PC gaming is always, you know, the graphical effects, like things that you can turn on and turn off and stuff like that. So because this is more bandwidth based and everything, like, can you get like the full use of what a PC game can do streamed?
Yes. So the good thing is it's all in the cloud. It's all through. We have these data center class GPUs, which are highest end ones. It's effectively, like I said, a Geforce GTX 1080 in the cloud. What we do is when we put a game on our service, it's called onboarding. What we do is we run a performance test on it. We can figure out what are the best settings to set it at. And so generally speaking, most of the settings are all turned on. And the good news is that turning on the settings on and off has no effect on the bandwidth because it's just a video stream coming down. So tweak all the settings you want.
So for say FPS players, a lot of them love shadows off.
They can go in there they can go in and turn it off. Absolutely. Oh, nice. It's like I said, it's just.
You serious?
Yeah, just the PC at the end of the day.
So it's per user.
Yep. You can So what we do is there's two classes of games. Some games we profile the settings and we know what they are. We put them on. Some games we don't. But on either case, as a user, you can go in there and change whatever you want, and it's saved. And so the next time you start the game for you, it's saved with your settings.
So do you have a GUI that allows them to link their accounts and unlink their accounts? So like, say you have a Blizzard account, they unlink and link.
I mean, it's the GUI is Blizzard, right? You just log into Blizzard, right? You log out to Blizzard. Okay. So it's pretty straightforward. We have a front end launcher which lists the games we support. Yeah. But after that, once you're clicking on the game, you're logging into Steam. You play, Blizzard, Epic. It's not a special interface that we're putting in.
Yeah,
that's crazy. So is every game available on like every PC game? Is it available, or do you have to roll out the list of games? How does that work?
It's a great question. So we support over 225 games right now. We add them every day. We focus a lot on day zero titles too. If you look at like the top 20 most played games right now that are out there, we support 100% of them. The reason why we have to do it is that one of our value proposition is we want to keep your games up to date for you, right? If you have your own PC at home, you have to keep it on all the time to make sure it's getting all the updates. We're doing that for you in the cloud, so like I said, we do this onboarding process to make sure we understand how the game works so we can keep it up to date. You're free to install any game you want from Steam, but they won't stay saved. But the games you support are always available, always on. You click a button, they'll launch them in 30 seconds.
Now, I always wanted to ask this question. Why is it that the internet is extremely fast as hell when you're doing the like Geforce now? It's the same. I noticed it in Geforce, Liquid Sky, all this other stuff. When if I download the game on Steam, just regular, it may take a while. But if I download it on like Geforce now, it's just like 10 seconds or some shit. How do you do that?
We have really fast connections to their data centers. That's the honest answer, right?
Yeah.
So basically,
I love you, man. I really do, bro. I love y'all, man.
I'm married. Sorry.
I'm taken.
But you can love me. It's fine.
It's crazy. I'm just very impressed by all this technology.
It means a lot. I mean, when I first started doing cloud gaming, I was kind of like a little bit of a doubter. Like I was like, well, I'm not sure it's gonna work. And then slowly, I find out I haven't even played a game on a real gaming PC in 3 years. Right? Yeah, you can say
serious?
It. Yeah, no, I have. My wife made me get rid of my gaming PC at home, so she threw it outside, and she said we're only gonna have iMacs in the house. I'm like, okay. And so then I had to wait for like a year and a half to finally get our client for the Mac, and I played most of the games on the Shield. So my gaming PC works, sits on my desk. I was doing some Bitcoin mining with it a little bit, but that's it. I don't actually game with it.
It's not fully related to games, but it's more to streamers. Have you guys looked into possibly being the built-in for a streaming service? So I send you 10 up, and then you send them to Twitch or Mixer.
Meaning
that is a dope ass.
So like,
you would be the encoder. You would be the main encoder. Then you send it to them.
We've looked at it a little bit. I mean, we have a lot of those features on our Geforce Experience side where we can do like shadow highlights to send them over the internet and all that. We're looking into that. I would say we don't have an answer yet what exactly we're going to do, but we'd like to eventually add the highlights and the ability to stream possibly Geforce now, because you mentioned it is a fast data connection. If you're just encoding down here, if you're already in the data center, you can literally fast pipe to wherever you need to go. Yeah. But we just haven't really fully fleshed out yet.
Yeah, I think that would be like, because there are more, like if you look at Twitch and how many, there's like 900,000 streamers.
Yeah.
And more and more every year.
Right.
With Gen Z coming out with
Yep.
this, they've been growing up with this, and they practice this stuff
Yeah.
as kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I watch my kids. They go onto Netflix. I mean, not Netflix, they go onto YouTube all the time. They're watching. I mean, I didn't know what Pootie Pie was 4 years ago, and I was sitting there watching my daughter. I'm like, what is this guy? And I was watching her. She was watching videos on Minecraft and all sorts of stuff. So,
Yeah.
but it is amazing. I miss that, but I learned it all through my kids, watching how they learn how they do things. It's all straight to YouTube. It's the first thing they do, or they go to Twitch, or they go someplace that to learn what they want to know.
Yeah.
So the last question that I have is, I know you said it's in free beta right now. When y'all come out of beta, what do y'all look to accomplish, or what will be different than from the beta we're in now?
It's a good question. I mean, I think right now the reason why we're doing the free beta is we just want to learn, right? I mean, there's so many variables out there that you can't anticipate, right? I mean, you're sitting in your lab and your QA team, whatever it is, you think you've got it all figured out, releases to the world, and then you really figure out your problems.
Why didn't it work right?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of there's a lot of times you're like, theoretically it should work, but it's not. Well, we got to fix it. So, I think when we transition from free to paid, I don't anticipate major changes to the service in terms of taking things away or adding things. I mean, we continue to add features and games and everything every month and every week, so we're just going to keep building on it. And then for us, the switch over from a free to a paid service is going to be, I think, when we're ready, right? And I think internally we feel like it's really good, it's getting better, but we still got ways to go. We want to make it better, and so we want the help from the community, and our way to help them to say thanks is we're just gonna make it free, right? Just give us feedback.
Yeah, I know. Like on my streams and like my partner streams, like they always get people coming in and saying like, "Hey, I have a really bad computer. I can't play this game. Are you guys looking at in like quarter 2 or quarter 3 doing like influence campaigns, like let people know?" So I feel like most people don't know.
Yeah, I mean. The great question. I don't actually manage that part, but I think but you're hitting on exactly what it is that people come in with a very specific question, like they say like, oh, I saw Fortnite, I wanted to play it, but I have a bad computer.
Yeah.
Right? How do I do it? And typically the response is, for most people, is, well, you got to buy a gaming PC, right? You got to buy a laptop or something. There's no really choices. So there is very much, and that goes back to, like I mentioned, is that what we think is the billion people. There's a billion people out there that want to be gamers, but they can't do it, and that's literally the question the thing they say is, I don't have a gaming PC, or what do I do? My PC isn't fast enough. And I think that's what where we need to evolve it into, is to more education, to get it out there to tell people like, hey, if you don't have the right PC, here's an option for you, what you can do. And there's great ways to do friend word of mouth through friends, right? You could pass on. One of the great ways we try to do a little bit is passing on codes to friends, so we can give you a code and say, here, give one to your friend if you like this so much. And
I'll take a code right now, bro.
Talk to Jordan, will get you a code.
Love you, Jordan. Thank you. Word up. Yo, this is E3. This is NVIDIA. This is Geforce now. Let's get it popping. Your boy HipHopGamer. You out of here, baby. Peace. Oh my God.